Warning, this podcast contains Riley. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for Scream, the TV series, Season 1, Episode 3. Want to play a game? I'm your host, Dom. With me, my co-host, Brittany. I mean, B. That's what B stands for, Brittany.
No, totally not. Not a Brit. No, Brittany.
I mean, Kim, a.k.a. Biera, a.k.a. Huffity Puffity, a.k.a. Brittany.
No.
So, what'd you think of this episode?
What the fuck?
What do you mean, what the fuck?
No. That didn't happen. No.
What do you mean it didn't happen?
No. Emma, you stupid.
How is Emma stupid?
Fuck.
Emma tried to outsmart him. It really wasn't a stupid move.
No. Stupid. Just. The slut should have died. I was really okay. I was really liking Riley and Noah's relationship, and I'm like, oh, that's really cute.
It was a really adorable relationship, and that's why they had to die.
And then it went like, and I knew it. Like something just told me, I'm all like, oh God, Riley's gonna die. Riley's going to die. And then it was like, suspense. Well, maybe not. Maybe she won't die. Maybe she won't. Maybe. Fuck you.
She might get away. She's climbing on the roof. She might. No. Yeah, so we're 3 episodes in. This is going to be a 13 episode season. I think. Or is it 10? I don't know. I forget now. But
I forget. I know we talked about it.
Yeah, but we're not very far in, and we're not very far away at the same time. So there's not a lot of time to have all these characters survive. They all have to die one by one.
They're gonna have to start bringing in new characters.
Of course,
they're just going to have to. I mean, if they're planning on, there was just. I see a lot. There's a lot going on. Like I see all of this like back stuff going on. Obviously, something's going on with Will and Jake. They got First, I was like, "What's going on? Why?" Okay, so now that they have this money that they're buried in the woods.
Right.
Like, where did this money come from, and why do they have it? And it has something to do with Nina. Mm-hmm. So, I'm like, were they doing like sex videos online? I was like, and they were getting money from it. I'm like. What?
That's exactly what it seems like. It seems like that they have been hacking into people's webcams and selling the videos.
Yeah, that's what I was getting too. But then there was some talk of Nina blackmailing them.
Right.
So I'm like, well, the story gets a little deeper. Did she find, like, if that's the direction I'm thinking, because that's what you were thinking too.
I think Nina had a part in it, because if you remember back to the first episode, she looked right at the webcam and was like, "Oh, you guys, you got me." Whatever. She, she thought it was her boyfriend.
Yeah, she thought it was Tyler. Well, I don't know if you call Tyler her boyfriend. It was her toy.
Yeah. So she thought it was Tyler. So I'm assuming Tyler's in on it to a degree.
I'm pretty sure Tyler's dead at this point.
Well, we know that Tyler's dead.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't. But yeah, I think Tyler was in on it. And she knew what was going on, that he had access to get to webcams. That didn't really seem to surprise her, that he had access to the webcam. She's just like, oh, okay, if that's you over there, like, who else would it be? So I think Tyler had that going on, but
he seemed like he was the hacker.
I don't think so. That's who she thought it was.
Well,
That's what
no,
I'm
but I
saying.
know. I mean, I think he was like. I do believe they're all together in it,
Right, right, right.
but I think each of them had their part to play.
Okay.
And I think Tyler was the hacker. He was the one that could hack in because it sounded like he was the one that knew like the computer stuff.
Right.
So I think that he was the hacker in that group, and then each of them had their own part to play in it. And then it sounded like maybe Nina was then blackmailing them to for. But what did she was? Obviously, she had money. So
Right.
why was she blackmailing them? I mean, what was she blackmailing them with? What was the leverage? I mean,
That is a good question.
more money. But I don't like I just said she has money. Why would you offer something you already have?
Yeah.
You want something you don't have.
There's definitely more to that story. We're gonna have to find out more of that's gonna go on. That's kind of like the B story here. The A story is obviously the Brandon James story and what's all going on with Emma and all that. But
And we got to see a little bit more of his killings there. So we got to see some of the old stuff. Got a flashback in the beginning.
yeah, yep. So
So
and this isn't like a flashback to like forever ago. This is like within 10 years, I want to say.
give her. I don't know. I think it might be a little bit more than that. Not by much though.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Because
that's true. Because if it all happened and it was before Emma was born,
yeah,
Emma's probably 17, 18, I want to say. So it had to have been about 18 years ago.
hmm
I'm sure that they actually stated the time frame at some point during the show, but not enough for me to remember. So,
yeah. I think it might have been like in the first episode or first couple episodes,
yeah.
like, but I don't remember
It's hard to keep
either.
track. I'm just starting now to like remember most of the characters' names, so it takes a little bit for
Well, you
details
heard
like
me.
that to stick in.
Everyone had their nickname in the beginning, but
Yeah.
I am starting to pick up names now.
Yeah,
I'm like,
so
okay,
all right, just when you're starting to love Riley, that's your big thing here is Riley and Brooke, right? So we get to see Brooke like teasing the teacher a little bit, like, "Ooh, I hid a sexy photograph in the classroom. Better find it before somebody else does."
I laughed that he was doing it during the lecture.
If that was me, I would have hung up the phone with her and went
You're right there.
right to the school. I wouldn't have been trying to do while I'm teaching a class, really.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking in that situation. I'm like, I'm good. And it's obvious. He wasn't even like trying to, hide it. It was literally obvious that he was like looking on through books and picking things up and everyone's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, and she calls him out, "What are you looking for?"
And he's all like, "Shut the fuck up."
It's just like the acting in this show is so bad at times. It really is, especially when it comes to Brooke. Brooke is just an over the top actress.
I liked the scene between Brooke and Jake when they were talking about the shark and the was it mountain lion, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the concept of the mouse and the cat and the mouse. And that he made her, think about, are you the mouse or are you the cat?
Right.
While she thinks she was the cat and pulling all the strings, he made her think that maybe she wasn't.
So I guess we could rule Riley out as being the killer.
Now, if we sit and look at the fact that Noah was on the phone with her, now, can we say that Noah was or not? But we also know that there could be more than one killer.
Right, and I was gonna say, can we exclude Brooke because Brooke was supposedly handcuffed to the lamp at this point?
Who handcuffs yourself to it was the bed, I think.
Was it a bed? It looked like a lamp to me.
It was the
Oh
bed.
no, they were in the lamp. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, she handcuffed herself to the bedpost, and I'm like, you were asking for it. Why weren't you the one that jarred? But she she's very manipulative and she's got a lot of like things going on in her head, and I don't trust her at all.
But can we count her out?
No, I don't.
She
like
was
again,
handcuffed at the time.
But here's the thing: is that we know that in any possibility, especially with the movies, there could be more than one killer.
Correct. Now,
So
I would love if the TV series went away from the one or two killers and went to three, like really up the stakes and gave us three, and you're like, what?
That would be crazy. That would really like. There's like they're
What if it's all three kids that are involved in the home video thing? Like
yeah.
and Tyler?
Well, two of them are dead.
We don't two of them are dead?
Nina and Tyler are both dead.
Well, Nina doesn't count. She was
Tyler's dead. So
We
right
don't
now all we
know that
have
Tyler's dead. We don't know that for sure. We saw a head. We've never seen Tyler
they've
uh
been showing the head in the previews, like
to
the
throw
before the
you
thing.
off. They want you to think that that's Tyler's head. I think that Tyler is going to end up being one of the killers, and cuz I don't think that's him. I think they're intentionally trying to misdirect you.
Which is totally possible. That's what they're really good at least in the movies.
Mhm.
So I definitely could see that that could be a direction. Um, I know there's like I said, there's a lot of shifty people. Like I
I
don't
don't
like
Mr. Branson is very very sketchy to me. I don't trust him. I think he could possibly even be Brandon James.
whoa, that's a weird direction to think.
Mm.
Like he got all of his surgery done and like fixed and everything.
Mm.
See, I told that would be an awesome direction to go.
Mhm.
That he's actually still alive and he just got everything fixed and he's like actually amongst people and no one freaking knows that he's like, oh, I'm all about all people.
Mhm.
That would be an awesome direction to go.
Mhm. I don't know because we actually saw a picture of Brandon James this time as a kid with messed up face, and he had long, scraggly kind of hair, and I could see if Mr. Branson cut his hair, it would be very similar to that same kind of hair.
It could. I could see it. I don't know. That's just it's that's a really interesting
I
concept.
mean, when I saw the picture of the little kid, I instantly thought Mr. Branson. That's the
Really,
first one. That's the first person that popped into my head.
I'll have to go back and look. Like I'll have to like look because I yeah, but now it's not gonna like now that you said it, it's like watch it can't be unseen. Like oh no.
Yeah.
Uh, but I mean, we got Emma now knows about her mom,
Yep.
and first it was the eavesdropping, thing, and then she's like, "Well, I know," and then the whole getting all the case files and getting all that information. That's where we got the picture from, and you know, now we're really seeing the killer playing games with her,
Right.
leading to the horrid ending. Not like horrid, like it's just oh my god, I'm just so mad.
Mm.
I was liking Riley, and I was liking, like I said, like those like, oh, it's so cute, the whole nerd with the closet gamer, because that's what
Right.
Riley was. She was the closet gamer. She's like, I'm popular, but I'm a nerd. So the nerd getting the girl.
Yeah. She clearly didn't know what The Last of Us was. She's never played that, so I don't know how big of a nerd she could have been. But yeah, she was like you said, she was a closet nerd. So uh, I don't think we're gonna get another significant death of somebody we're gonna care about for quite some time.
I don't see it happening either. I think that was okay. Maybe we got our first kill, which was Nina, and right off the bat, we're like, "Well, she's a stupid bitch. No one cares."
Yeah.
And then we got the who did we get? It was the
Tyler.
girlfriend. Oh, Tyler. Maybe Tyler.
Tyler.
We have uh the other girl, the one that I can't think of her name.
Audrey's
Yeah,
girlfriend. I
yeah.
forget her name too. Yeah.
Um, they made it look like a suicide, and it was weird because it was off the path. It wasn't the stabbing or the slicing. It was.
Right.
I guess that was. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what was. I'm still trying to figure out the point of that. Why did he make it look like she committed suicide? Only for them to realize that, later, obviously, they realized it wasn't a suicide. But why stage it? And obviously, she texted him back, which was cool. That whole,
I think it's intentionally to play at Emma's mom. because he knows that she's going to be the one examining the body. I think it's kind of like a test or a challenge for her.
Maybe that would make sense that he was trying to do that.
And I mean, we may get more flashbacks of what the other murderers, like what the other murderers in the past, how they went down,
Hmm.
and we may find out that one of them was a staged suicide. We don't know.
Maybe that is
He
maybe
may
it's just
be,
a copycatting.
yeah, maybe trying to recreate, copycat the murders. So, but when it comes down to whether or not it should have been Riley or Brooke, I know you really don't like Emma's decision, but she
Don't.
called Riley and she goes, "Where are you?" Riley's like, "I'm at the police station." You're not much safer than at the police station. She has no clue where Brooke is, so she figures if she tells the killer, "Go for Riley" in the police station, it's not gonna happen. Brooke's gonna stay safe. Riley's gonna stay safe. It's a win-win.
It made sense. It did. I can't disagree with the fact that it made
So you
sense.
cannot be mad at Emma for this.
But at the same time, I want to be mad at Brooke because she's a stupid idiot. You're in the middle of dealing with all this crap, and there's all these things happening, and you're gonna play into a unknown caller, though it does sound like it's your.
Brooke clearly doesn't care.
No, she doesn't.
She's all about getting the D.
She's an idiot. Brooke is a slutty idiot,
She wants the D.
pretty much.
That's all. Can you
And
blame her?
I'm not answering that question. uh, but I mean, serious. She wasn't thinking at all. And this is again that whole. I want to go back to the cat and mouse, the shark, and the thing. This killer knows who he's dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
He knows their trigger points. He knows what's going to get them, and what's going to. Obviously, with Riley, it was Tyler, because she was worried about him, and with Brooke, it was the teacher,
Right.
and that she wants to play. She wants to be the cat, or wants to be the mountain lion in the other analogy. She wants to be the one who holds the strings, and in that part, she thought she won.
Right.
So she went with it because she's like, "Oh, I have all the power," when really she doesn't. Not in that case. If you go, I mean, you're winning, but you're not winning in that same case.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you're not. I mean, he just went, like, "Oh yeah, come blah 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 blah." I mean, if you were holding all the power, you would have been like, "Oh no, no, you come here."
Yeah. Yeah.
She's not playing the game right.
It's true. It's true. But even though there is this game going on, the title of the episode is "Want to Play a Game." There was such the opportunity for a Scream reference, and they did everything but Scream. They mentioned The Exorcist, X Files,
Mm-hmm.
Wild Things. That
Mm-hmm.
I really like the Wild Things reference.
Yeah, 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, but the Wild Things are good. Don't if you even think about that pool scene, whatever it is, just like the classic pool scene from Wild Things,
Mm.
the lesbian pool scene. It's like
Yeah.
no, no, no. She's like don't even. Then we had Game of Thrones and we had The Last of Us video game mentioned. Like you said,
Mhm.
50 Shades of Grey stuff. But there's no reference to Saw. Like I'm so disappointed.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't. I mean, I guess I could understand why, like, the kids wouldn't, because maybe they sounded like they were kind of trying to stay away from like the horror,
Hmm.
because it was like, oh, we're dealing with a much deaths and crap right now. You don't want to add to that, but at the same time, yeah, the writers could have played on that at least one,
Yep.
just a small little tidbit. Didn't have to be anything crazy.
Yeah. And like you mentioned, we have to have more characters coming in. They did
Hmm.
introduce Piper last episode. We did
Yes.
not see her this episode. She was very, very briefly in the very opening.
Yeah, I'm like the very beginning she was there, but she's really not become a main character yet.
Right.
She is still just a kind of, I wouldn't call her a filler character. She's not a filler character. She's being used to open up storyline and
Yeah,
open
I
up.
think she's going to be a segue into introducing more cast into the episode, or into the series. We're gonna see her bringing more people in. She's gonna need like a crew, and you know, She's kind of portraying Gail Weathers. She's going to be the interviewer. She's going to go around and interview people we didn't even know were involved in the thing, and oh, this person survived, and oh, but what is it? It was
one survivor.
Yeah, it was only one survivor, but it's you could have like the aunt of this person who died during the murders, and she's going to interview them and find out they're really disgruntled. So now we have somebody else on the radar, and they'll be able to do things like that.
And we got, obviously, being that they're in school, you have an entire school to deal with.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're definitely going to see more people now. How much are they going to be main characters? Or are we going to see? I mean, we had to see more main characters, I think, but maybe not. Maybe possibly we don't see any more main characters and they continue to keep bringing in like sub characters that they're kind of main characters, but not. I mean, we need to at least feel something for them, because maybe not all of them.
Riley's the one that you felt the most for so far.
But that was only
I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you right now. If Emma died this episode, you wouldn't care as much as Riley.
You're right. Wouldn't it?
Right.
It's purely because she was I liked the storyline with her.
Right. It's a story arc that they built over the last 2 episodes and into this one. So you're going to see more stories building up. They got some time. There's not a whole lot of episodes left, but there's stuff going on.
I like Noah. Yeah. I like Noah's character, and it was just it made me sad. That was sad, and that's what it just upset me. I'm like, Emma, you could have just not chose. Just shut up. And I'm like, well, then he would have chose. But who knows I have a feeling he would have chose Brooke. That's just me.
Yeah. And then the last thing that I noticed was Audrey commented to Emma that she was keeping something because she saw her twirl her hair. I don't know if you caught that. So
her towel. Apparently Emma has a towel.
Right, so that's a very insignificant piece of information in passing, but keep in mind, because I guarantee you that's going to come up. Because the way I look at it is TV shows especially don't have a lot of time to fit everything that they need to fit in, and a lot of things end up getting cut. So when something very insignificant like this little conversation about a dialogue about her twirling her hair, that's going to come up later. That's the only reason it's kept in there. It's because it's that important.
Well, now you're going to watch for it too. So anything she says, or, I mean, sometimes you'll be like, oh, well, I know she's lying because you know what's going on in the background.
Right.
But you're going to be watching now. I'm like, oh, she's lying. Oh, she's keeping secrets. Oh, she's doing something. So now it's like, anytime you're thinking, I'm like, oh, you're being shifty because you're twirling your hair. So what's going on? What are you keeping from, us? Or what do you... I mean, obviously, if she's keeping from something from someone else, we probably know. But if maybe she's trying to be secretive and we don't even know.
Yep. So it's not just Daisy keeping secrets, Emma. But, yeah. I don't know. You have anything else for us?
I mean, they're still looking for her dad. Mm-hmm. And it was some weird, I felt like there was some weird understory going on there about her dad. And again, I was I got that thought in my brain. I'm like, what if Brandon James really is her dad? I mean, it's real weird. I don't know. It's just every time that her dad comes into conversation, there's an awkward vibe going.
I don't think that Daisy's boyfriend, her current boyfriend, is Brandon James. I don't think that at all. I think that she was with her current boyfriend, I forget his name, the whole time, but something happened with Brandon somewhere in the middle there.
What do you mean current boyfriend?
Whoever is it a current boyfriend?
And no, her okay, who she was with, I don't know if I couldn't remember.
Whoever she was with at the time.
Yeah, it's Emma's dad. Emma's dad is gone out of the picture. He left.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the only survivor of the whole incident.
So that guy is clearly not Brandon James. The survivor is not Brandon James. So
no. Yeah.
I'm thinking that Daisy and whoever the survivor was were together. Mm-hmm. While they were together, she Mm-hmm. With Brandon James.
Mhm.
So she was pregnant with Brandon James' kid while she was with this other guy. So now the other guy thinks it's his baby,
Mhm.
and it's not. That's what I think.
That yeah, I kind of there's just so much weirdness right there that there's something up. I mean we obviously got a little bit more information when they got the case files about, it was a confrontation
Mm-hmm.
between the three of them.
But I find it really curious that there's no mention of the aftermath of Brandon James. Like, his body? Was he buried? Was he cremated? Was he killed? Was he found? Did he escape? We don't know
Didn't
anything.
they say they didn't find his body?
I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
remember.
remember for sure.
I'm gonna have to go back and look because I'm thinking that they said that they didn't. They didn't. I'm like, but no, then. But then how would they know that he was? I don't know.
Right.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
So, I don't know. Like, the whole thing is just, it's crazy right now. It's all up in the air for me.
Yeah, but like I just said, it's a feeling. I feel the awkwardness every time he's brought up, and that's why I'm like, something. There's more to it. Obviously, there's more to it,
Yeah.
but it makes like the questions running around in my head. I'm like, what is going on?
Yep. You have anything else?
I think that is all.
That is all. Kim, where can the people find you?
They can find me at Huffy Puffy, HUFFITY, and my graphic design website, which is bria.carbonite.com.
Excellent. Brittany, where can the people find you? You can find... Whatever, Brittany doesn't exist. You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM. You could also find us and others on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, and right here on YouTube at /ASO TV Podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Till next week. See you guys later.
Bye-bye.
You can't blame Brooke. Don't even tell me you could blame Brooke. She just wants the D. That's
Ugh.
all. That's all. She just wants the D.
Can't blame her. There, you happy?
Yeah. Yep.